Welcome to Public Speaking with Peter George. This is a Quick Bites episode. Public speaking tips and techniques you can digest in 5 minutes or less. I'm Peter George, public speaking trainer, speaker, and award-winning author of The Captivating Public Speaker. Q&A feels unpredictable and makes many speakers nervous, and with good reason. You don't control the questions, you might get asked something you don't know, and uncertainty is uncomfortable. But here's the reframe. Q&A is an opportunity, not a threat. It's your chance to have real conversation with your audience, address their specific needs, and show that you're not just a prepared speaker. You're a genuine expert who thinks on your feet. Here are a few ideas that'll help you master the art of Q&A. 1. Q&A is not a separate entity. Don't end your talk with a call to action and then tack on Q&A. This ultimately overshadows your call to action. Instead, place Q&A directly after your last talking point, then transition to your compelling close. This way you end strong and your audience remembers and acts on your message. 2. Set expectations up front. Tell the audience the parameters, how long the session will last, and that the questions are limited to today's topics. 3. Always assume your audience has questions. For instance, what questions do you have? Sounds far more professional than, does anybody have any questions? A slight difference, but one that sets you apart. Now, after you answer a question, simply ask, what other questions do you have? 4. Repeat the question. Not everyone hears every question, so repeat or paraphrase it before answering. For example, the question is about how supply chain problems are affecting small businesses. This ensures that everyone knows what you're addressing. 5. Pause. After repeating the question and answering it, pause. This gives your audience time to digest both the question and the answer. 6. Honesty builds credibility. If you know the answer, state it clearly and concisely, then stop. But when you don't know the answer, simply admit it. An example is, that's a great question, and I don't have the definitive answer. So let me find out, and I'll get back to you. 7. Stay composed when asked difficult questions. You might get challenged or confronted, so take a breath and then find the legitimate concern behind the hostile tone. For example, it sounds like you're worried about implementation. Let me address that. This reframes the interaction positively. 8. Have a transition out of Q&A. Don't let it peter out. Make your exit as smooth as the rest of your talk, and then deliver your compelling conclusion. Here are samples transitioning in and out of Q&A. I've given you a lot to think about, and I know you have questions. So let's take 10 minutes and answer them. Based on what you heard today, what questions do you have? Transitioning out might sound like, wow, 10 minutes are up already. That flew by. Thank you for your insightful questions. You've made our time together even more valuable. For those of you who still have questions or might think of some later, let's connect afterwards. And it's at this point that you transition to your compelling conclusion. Remember, Q&A isn't about having all the answers. It's about engaging authentically and demonstrating your expertise through real conversation. So prepare, stay composed, and see it as one more opportunity to serve your audience. Thank you for devouring another Quick Bites episode of Public Speaking with Peter George. Are you ready to be calm, confident, and credible every time you speak in public? Then check out petergeorgepublicspeaking.com and let's make it happen.